Long time no see, home slices, welcome back. This is a game I've been wanting to come back to for a very long time. You may notice the kick-ass soundtrack in the background as well. This is Crusader Kings 2, a game I deeply love despite being really rather bad at it. We will be kicking off this game. Now all the expansion packs and DLCs are all done. The new game's coming out soon, but it doesn't look so good. So rather than waiting for it, and while Motorsport Manager is DOA, I thought, why not come back to this and show off all the awesome stuff that goes on in this game. All the expansions and so on are installed. We are starting at the earliest possible start point, 1st of January 769, and we will be seeing what happens. The reason I love this game is because there's not really a defined win condition as such. It's more like it's what you make of it. So it's a dynastic game. You play as a family. You have a character that you play as. It's me up there. That gains and loses traits and experience as the game goes on. Will eventually die, and then your successor will take over, and you play as your successor. And the game is really over if you die without an heir, or you lose all your titles. It's an incredibly complex game. Some crazy stories just sort of develop by themselves. This is a historically realistic start, so the borders and tribes and whatnot, that is, as far as we can tell, how things were in 769. As is tradition in these grand strategy games, we have gone back to the land of my forebears, and we will be playing as Nidaros, or the area around modern Trondheim. And I've gone for the full authentic start. So here I am up here, and you will know I am 33, which is actually how old I am. A lot of things to do, so why don't we get down to it. Now, we've got no heir. That's a big problem. Our council is not complete. We're going to lose our title on succession because we don't have any successors. Need to nominate a successor. Because we're playing as a Norse pagan society, that comes with different play conditions. Some of them good, some of them bad. Traditionally, in these games, I tend to be quite diplomatic, sort of soft power, but that doesn't really work when you're playing as a Norse character, because you lose a lot of respect if you aren't out there fighting. So we're going to be driven into combat quite a bit. Excuse me. We have to pick a character focus, and we got some special minor titles to give out. So first things first, focus. So if you've not played this before, there are sort of like 4 key attributes you have: learning, stewardship, intrigue, martial, and diplomacy. And depending on how skilled you are in these things, that opens up different avenues to you. There's pluses and minuses in all cases, and a character focus gives you sort of a temporary boost and, as the name would suggest, a focus on that area. I'm going to pick family first because that puts my fertility up 25%. Very important, because we need to get married fast. 33 is old for starting a game. It does mean I've got some more skills. I was able to spec my character out with a bit more freedom, but we are still basically a dirty peasant noob. No one's going to really want to deal with us, so we're going to be marrying a courtier from somewhere, I presume. Now, your spouse is important because they provide a boost to your stats, but also they can betray you, basically. You need to surround yourself with people that you can trust, and you need to keep them loyal, or else your run in this game is going to be very short indeed. So I'm going to start with a focus on family, try and get some kids under the old belt. Otherwise, if I was younger, I'd probably go with stewardship or martial. We're going to spend a lot of time on the war focus, I would think, but also business, because we need to boost our coffers. We have 40 gold, not very much, and we need to sort of find a way to drive that up. So, family focused first of all. Before I do the rest though, we need to find ourselves a spouse. So we want search all, my religion, my culture. Sounds racist, very important in this game. You do not want to give yourself that kind of hassle, believe me. We want to look at women, adult, yes. Diplomatic range, yes. Married, no. In prison, no. Not necessarily a barrier, but conjugal visits weren't a thing. Let's see if there's any from a great house. No, there's not. Okay, so then, I want to find, the soundtrack is awesome. I want to find someone with good stewardship, because that will boost my tax revenues, but also high intrigue would be good, because I need someone I can trust to be spy master. So we've got Malmfrid, 16, from Gudbrandsdalen. So, what's your deal? Content? Content is bad for you, it's good for the people around you, means they're not going to betray you so easily. Diligent, also good. Lustful, bad. Bad in a partner. Very bad. Zealous, and she's an elusive shadow. That's kind of like her education level. What comes under the age here? These little coloured icons. And then this is her personal combat skill. Again, not a huge issue. So what we really want is to find the best person we can who's close by, because marriages often form alliances. Not always though. Depends on their situation. Gudbrandsdalen is a near neighbour of ours. Not someone we're going to be invading straight away. I'm not totally happy with that 7 and the lustful though. Girith is a Seeress. She's ambitious. That's, again, can be good, can be bad. Ambitious people will scheme. And that may mean that if we have any concubines, we have any children out of wedlock, she'll probably do her best to kill them to ensure her own progeny get some advantage. She's just, shy and paranoid. Got a dwarf, we could breed dwarfism into the family, that could be interesting. And the genetic traits are a thing, by the way. So do make good choices. Stubborn, cruel, gregarious, and brave. Wow, options are thin on the ground. Not quite good, but stats are not amazing. I try and avoid the religious types, really. Unfortunately, there's a lot of them in Scandinavia. Wow, this is difficult. They're all 16 though, so it means we should have a long marriage. Ilva from Denmark. Brave, humble, temperate, chaste. Chaste isn't so good, but does boost our piety with the church. It puts down her fertility. Again, we don't really want that, but we don't want lustful either. Gotta be very, very picky. Got a hunter, humble, patient, cynical, and gregarious. But your stewardship is just awful. It's really bad. What's the deal with you, Guthrum? Midas Touched, that's really, really good. Midas Touched would help us greatly. Puts our collective stewardship up significantly, again helping with taxes. Brave, lustful, that helps fertility, but she's just going to cheat on us, I think. But you know what, we're just going to have an open marriage, fuck it. Gregarious and cruel. That helps her intrigue, but her intrigue is super low. Our state intrigue is going to suck balls, so if anyone wants to assassinate us, now would be the time. But yeah, Guthrum, congratulations. You're going to be Mrs. Zero. Wow, we lose 100 prestige from marrying a courtier. any rulers? Oh god, this is tricky. We're just going to have to take the prestige hit. It's going to hurt. Does that give us... Oh god. I've turned on expanded character information. That's like a console command. The reason being is it can give you insight into things, but I should probably turn it off because it will unveil... See, then again, I kind of want to show how complex the game is. I turned it on because it can reveal sort of hidden information that you're not supposed to know. And I've just realised something which I shouldn't know. This guy here, he is a member of the Fellowship of Hell. It's a religious enclave who are, for want of a better term, evil. They sort of, you know, kind of like the Norse equivalent of Satanists, I suppose. They revel in debauchery and murder and dark magic and so on. Kind of cool, but also takes a toll on your health. Right. Council positions. We've got a Spy Master, we need a Chancellor. That should be someone with the best diplomacy. We don't have anyone with good diplomacy. This guy does not like us, but he is our best diplomat, despite being wroth and greedy and envious and a giant and a schemer. We maybe don't really... I'm going to get rid of him. I'm going to get rid of you straight away by marrying you to a religious nutter, because if I do it matrilineally, yeah, arrange marriage to Ragnar matrilineally, and then he should fuck off to her because she's in charge of a temple and can't leave, if I remember correctly. God, our court is awful. I don't know if we're going to survive very long. In terms of marshals though, we've got some better options. This guy already likes me, so I'm gonna go for... God, we have some really shitty people. Again, he's the best man for the job, and we shouldn't be rewarding people who just hate us. Okay, in terms of stewards, you, sir, can be the steward, even though you're kind of a dickpole. And in terms of court chaplain, there's only one lady for the job, and that's you. We also have to make sure that we... God, we need to find someone to join our court. Find characters, men who will join our court. Wow, that's not good. What's the issue? And there's no one who will just join our court. There's a guy we can maybe convince by a bag of gold, but I don't know how much a bag of gold is. Humble, chaste, gluttonous, and slothful. Don't really want a lazy bastard in charge of this. This is a very tricky start for us. The Chancellor of Hordaland. He's actually quite good. He's a good all-rounder. He might be a good man to have on side. Invite to court. Why don't we send him a gift? 15 gold. That's a lot of gold. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, Ragnar's got the job for now. Our council is super unstable. Designated region, important job. I'm going to give it to the 16-year-old Cirrus because she quite literally is the most qualified person. Cupbearer, it's an honour position. You want someone who you trust. So ideally we want someone who is content and honest and not going to drop something in your drink. We have no one fit for the job. Wow, we have a court full of snakes. In terms of law speaker, you want someone with good learning, so that's her again. She's actually become very significant. We need to find her a good husband. Someone high in learning, so she's intellectually stimulated. But yeah, if we marry her off, she'll leave our court. Let's take a look at my court to see if there's anyone who's not a dick pole. Search court. The steward. At least he's erudite. That could be a good thing. Arrange marriage. Now that's going to be a power couple inside our kingdom. That's potentially bad news. Okay, ambition. Where is the ambition button gone? Oh, up here. I want to groom an heir. It's another boost to fertility. Successor nomination. We've got no one to nominate. We're in a very, very, very dangerous position right now. Super dangerous. Nevertheless, let's get on with it, shall we? Unpausing the game. We'll turn the speed up a little bit so stuff actually happens. Let's see if we... people respect wealth. Gain... It's going to cost me 10... Yeah, we need to start eating into that. So... The wife has arrived, and Ragnar and Girith have also got married. Does that mean he's left? Yes, good. We've got rid of him. Awesome. So that means we need a new Chancellor. Oh, I'll pick you. You've got no skill for it, but whatever. Okay, so we have a lot of things to focus on here. In terms of our council, let's get them doing something, shall we? First things first. He's going to be terrible, so I'm just going to leave him alone. Our marshal, though, very, very good. We want him training troops. Our steward, we want them... build legend or administer realm. Yeah, administer realm. Our spymaster, we want her ideally studying technology so we can learn something. The best place to learn is usually down here in Byzantium. But it's also very, very dangerous. And all the Christian places also pretty dangerous. We could try learning something over here. I don't know. Let's send someone there and see if she survives. And then build zeal, improve religious relations, or proselytize, or hunt apostates. We'll hunt apostates. Sounds reasonable. Right. Mercus Mather means marksman, as the thing says. Quite important. Gives them they get a salary and some prestige, but they gain opinion of you as well. We want someone who's fairly good at fighting. Maybe our marshal would be a good bet. Herdman, it's like your personal retinue of bestest best buds, and everyone gets in there because we don't have that many people. Court shooter, someone smart. We don't have, so our wife gets the job. And then 2 commanders that are already assigned. Okay, so we've assigned everything that we can. We don't have a Scald or a Over. Okay. We've got 1 vassal who likes us so far, which is good. No retinue so far. Our technology is whack. Let's press on, see what happens. There will be large periods of time where nothing seems to happen, but the game is is running. Oh, we made a little money there. The taxman cometh. What I'm actually going to use this time for is figuring out who to invade first. Because we're going to have to pick a fight sooner or later. He's got 435 troops. I have 440, very evenly matched. Oh, who can we imprison? Borkvard. What would we be putting him in prison for exactly? Righteous imprisonment. Why would... Ah, here we go. He's planning to kill deer. No, I'll just ask him to end the plot. We all plot to kill someone every so often. It's just part of life. Jämtland is in Sweden. How strong are you? Not as strong as me, apparently. Ishridal, stronger than me. Stronger than me. Not stronger than me, but not contiguous. Yeah, looks like you're the unlucky one. Unless we make a sally forth into Sweden. It's gonna be tricky. We could go for Jämtland though. I mean, Norway doesn't exist at this point, and eventually we probably want to conquer the whole peninsula. Is Jämtland worth having? What do we get? It's got no temple, it's just got a tribe. 6.1k supply. I mean, we can... No major modifiers. Right, you're weaker. You're the weaker one. 398. You kind of like me. You also kind of like me too. Not very much, but a bit. He's got no proper air. Subjugation, border dispute. Okay, if we lose, there's extort tribute, subjugation. Okay, so when you subjugate them, you don't take over. You don't take over the province. You sort of make them a vassal, and we don't really want that many vassals right now because we can be very easily overpowered. We want to control the land ourselves. We have to centralise some power. Problem is we've got a useless diplomat, and a useless diplomat is not going to do a very good job of forging a claim. Yeah, we've got a 1.38% chance of... Yeah, I don't like I don't like those odds at all. What would... The problem is, if we go for a border dispute, I've got to stop nudging the mouse. Yeah, if we... Okay, so if we lose, the penalty is quite high. So we need to be sure of winning, basically. Let's wait a little longer. Yeah, he's given up apparently. That's good news. Oh good, we've got a happy marriage. That doesn't happen very often. Alright, what else can we be getting on with? We've picked our target, that's important. Search for a smith, compose a book. It's too early for any of those. We could invite a noble to... Oh, hello. She wants to hook up. Problem is that would really piss off him if he found out, and I don't think we're sneaky enough. It's not appropriate. Hope I don't come to regret that later. Yeah, we're kind of hamstrung at the moment because we don't have a lot of money, and we're not going to have money for a while. What we could do though, mercenaries, the Finnish band, we can't afford them either. The Allen band, that sounds like a really awful wedding band. Okay, let's get a lay of the land around. There's any big power brokers? Not really. Oh, hold on. Nordland have subjugated Finnmark. Okay, you're a dangerous man. You are a dangerous man. Wow, Finnmark fell quickly. We could find ourselves in some real trouble actually with that guy. He's got like half of Norway and we're not even a year into the game. Yeah, we're going to start making some power plays, I suspect. We've nearly built our first upgrade to our Earth Hill Fort, very important. There we go, that should give us a few more troopy troops. Right, are you still... Oh no, he's got more troops. I mean, sheer numbers is not the only factor. Yeah, Normadol, it's you, I'm afraid. Border dispute. Oh, we don't have enough prestige. Okay, we're gonna have to subjugate him. But we need to do something. So, let's pause a second. And raise our troops. Okay. Who's leading that army? I am. Good. Who's leading that army? Can I see? No. Okay, let's march in. Oh god, we've got a river crossing penalty. This could go very badly. This game could end very quick. Oh, it is close. Our spy master has gone into seclusion. Why? Someone's trying to kill her. Get out of my lands. How's my war score? We're winning so far, that's good. Oh god, there's a lot happening that's not good. Where's he fleeing to? Oh, excellent. Don't know how we got her pregnant while we're out fighting, but we did. Good job. Good job, us. So we want to basically take control of his castle, and then hopefully he'll surrender. Problem is he's got an army in the field, which doesn't help. But we need to be winning. God, this is a long siege. We're not very good at siegecraft, evidently. Oh, excellent. We have won. And now I'm sick. You see how quickly things develop? Offer peace, enforce demands. The Pregnancy has caused my wife to develop quite the unusual taste. Most of what she asks for dinner nowadays ranges from mildly unsettling to positively revolting. Scholars agree a pregnant woman's craving should always be accommodated. Gains the trait gluttonous. We don't really want her to be a glutton. But yeah, fine. We want a healthy baby. Okay, so we can disband our army because it costs us money to have an army up in the field, and actually we did take control. Normally when you subjugate, they become a vassal. There is an outbreak of typhoid fever there though, so that's probably not going to be helping us very much at all, and I am sick with abdominal pain. Who knows what that is? That could be anything. Now the next thing we've got to figure out is why Loth has gone into seclusion. She's our temple vassal. She likes us. Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Let's arrange a marriage for her though. With our marshal. Right, it's going to take a little bit of time for everything to settle down up here. They're not going to be too happy with us. Hopefully we don't have typhus, that would suck. We can create a new title, the Duchy of Nidaros. Except we can't because we don't have a cost. We need 187 gold, quite a way away from that, and we also need Helagoland, which is unfortunately part of Nordland at the moment, and they are too big for us to fight with. So we're going to have to start building some bridges. Join me next time when we build bridges. Toodles.